happens when you hear the letters A, P, A? Do your palms get sweaty? Does your heart start to race? Or perhaps you aren't too sure what APA means, but you've heard from other students that it's hard, impossible. You might as well just forget it. Don't let these three little letters get the best of you. I'm here to tell you that when it comes to APA, the only thing standing in your way is acceptance, practice, and attitude. If you're willing to accept that this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve at first, practice the different citation styles, and go into this learning experience with a positive attitude, then you will be successful at learning APA style at Harrison College. First, let's talk a little bit about what APA is. The APA Manual is a writing style rulebook created by the American Psychological Association that dictates all elements of academic writing. This includes how to refer to information that's not your own when it's included in writings. That way, when you insert a quote or statistic from another source, the reader doesn't get confused and think that information came out of your own head. Instead, the reader can easily see what information came from you and then track the original source of that idea. Let's look at this example. J.K. Rowling portrays the relationship between Harry Potter and Albus Dumbledore, headmaster of Hogwarts Academy, for most of the Harry Potter series, masterfully, using the older wizard as a surrogate father, instructional leader for wizardry arts, and ultimately a spiritual guide for moral direction. In the final book, Rowling explores the relationship further, allowing Potter to see the wizard's full history. Never once had he imagined Dumbledore's childhood or youth. It was as though he had sprung into being as Harry had known him, venerable and silver-haired and old. In the first example, you'd be pretty unsure of where the author's ideas are blending in with the second source, or even if there were any other sources included, other than the original. Let's take a look at this with the proper citation added. Notice the quotation marks and the author's last name, year, and page number have been added. Now you can clearly see the difference between the author's ideas and the cited source. This is how responsible academic writing works. The APA Manual also dictates how to format your paper margins, spacing, title pages, bibliography, and other details. There are many different types of writing styles. You may have used MLA, the Modern Language Association, or some other types in the past, but all classes at Harrison College use APA format, so that our students will only have to learn one style during their studies. Also, APA is one of the easiest styles to learn, even if you don't believe me at first. It really is. The two main ways to refer to outside sources are called citations. Citations within the body of your paper are called in-text citations. The ones at the end of the paper are called reference citations. In-text citations serve as placeholders within your paper so that someone reading along will see the information isn't an original idea and should look at the end of the paper, at the references, for the complete information so that she can look up the original source of the material. Let's use an example here. Marshmallows are very tasty. They are one of my favorite Halloween treats. However, having a properly balanced diet is important. Grotzer, 2006. In this example, you can see that the first idea about the preferred holiday sweets is very clearly the student's own. However, the last sentence includes an idea that's from an outside source, written in 2006 by the author Grotzer. An in-text citation includes the author's last name and year of publication in APA style. Now, if the reader wants to know more about this source, she would look at the references listed at the end of the paper. This tells us that the book is written by W. Grotzer, called Terrors of the Table, The Curious History of Nutrition. So we could actually go look up the book if we want to find out more about this. The student has successfully incorporated his own ideas with the ideas of an outside source into one paragraph. So how do you format different types of in-text citations and reference citations? And how do you set up your paper so that it is in the correct APA format? Great question. Don't worry, I'm not going to excite you with all the details in this tutorial, nor will you have to memorize them all. You actually have everything you need at your fingertips. The librarians at Harrison College have put together an entire online guide dedicated to helping you with the finer points of APA citation style. If you go to www.harrison.edu/LRC and click on the orange APA Style tab at the far right, you can find everything you need to be successful. To the right of the page are some helpful handouts, and I recommend printing the APA cheat sheet to have with you at all times while writing to your paper. Also, you can look up any source by format. So if you need to cite an ebook, you would go to Web Resources and then scroll down to eBook and click on it. Here you'll see examples for how to do in-text and reference citations for ebooks. If you had specific questions about multiple authors, you could click on the Author Variations tab and then follow the instructions there. Really, it's all pretty much laid out here for you. And it gets even better. When you're ready to start formatting your paper, go to the Formatting Papers tab and click on the part that you want help with. Title page, abstract, manuscript, reference pages, annotated bibliography. And you can view video tutorials, sample pages, and other guides that will walk you through the process. Finally, there's a Tutorial tab that has basic APA and plagiarism tutorials available for you as well. And don't forget to check out the APA game on this page. It really is fun. I know you probably didn't believe I could work both APA and fun into the same sentence. If you run into any problems, you can always contact us by using the Ask a Librarian service or send an email to harrison.librarian@harrison.edu. Happy formatting!